Give her hell. And it's $26. Good morning, guys, and welcome to the channel. Hope you guys are having a great day. We are continuing with the Blazer project, Project Taser, as many of you have been calling it. I'm thinking maybe Project Grizzly because that's the front plate that came on the truck. I'm not sure yet on the exact name, but Taser, on a real note, Taser I think is pretty cool. But we're gonna do a few little things here just to kind of finish up the mods we already started. So number one, we're going to buy a little downpipe for the exhaust, turn that down, and we're also gonna paint the exhaust black just to look cool. And then we're gonna work on the front end here. I don't like the way this splitter is, I mean, it looks terrible and we don't need it anyway. So we're gonna take that off and maybe check out some rust and maybe paint some stuff up front as well. Now, before we go any farther, I am very excited to announce that we have a sponsor for today's upload. Now, why am I so excited? Well, that's because the sponsor is SimpliSafe. Now, I will admit, I have a bit of a confession. I am a security nerd. Like, I love home security systems, cameras, sensors, the whole thing. I find it really fascinating, always have. And SimpliSafe was the first ever home security system I bought way back in the old apartment. Some of you may know if you followed the channel for a long time. But SimpliSafe is really, really great because you get the 24 hours a day, 7 days a week monitoring of all the big guys, but it's really simple and easy to use. Like, I set it up myself. I have it set up in this home. It took me about 2 hours, and I'm not exactly like very tech savvy. I've been filming with a GoPro for the last 4 years, so like tech is not my thing, and even I found it very easy to do. And it's nice because you don't have to call and make like an appointment and have a team of technicians come to your house, and it's like a whole thing. You don't have to do that. Yeah, if you didn't know, I'm a big home security nerd. Now, I think bottom line, everybody should have a home security system for obvious reasons. Whether you're single and you live alone, you got a family, whatever you do for work. I started getting even more into it when my channel started getting bigger because, you know, as a YouTuber, you live somewhat in the public eye, and home security is very important. And that's why it is really exciting to be partnered with SimpliSafe. They're a great option for you guys. They don't have any hidden fees and contracts and stuff like that. Like I said, they do have the 24-hour, 7 days a week monitoring. They automatically call the police if there's a break-in. It's got cameras for the inside of your home, for the doorbell, the whole 9 yards. It's equipped for worst case scenarios, so if the power goes out or the Wi-Fi doesn't work, the system will not shut down. It will still operate. And there's a lot of nice little features too, like if you leave a window open or a door open, it will send you a little reminder. Yeah, definitely check them out if you don't have a home security system and you want one, or maybe you got one and you want to upgrade or you want to try something new. SimpliSafe.com/717, super easy. Again, SimpliSafe.com/717, or the link is down below, the first link in the description. Check out that link down below. They will get you all set up with everything you need for a great price, and what are you waiting for? Be safe. We're gonna continue having fun with the Blazer project, and once again, you know, I hope you guys are enjoying it. I definitely am. You know, I thought I was going to enjoy having a cheap truck, but I honestly did not think I was going to enjoy it this much. This is some of the most fun I've had in a long time. That's really saying something because I have a lot of fun on my channel. One thing I do a lot of different stuff, but I always have a lot of fun on my channel. I'm always doing something wild, you know, with the McLaren or whatever. So it's really saying something if this is even more fun than everything I've done so far. Really relaxing. Having a vehicle that I don't have to care about at all has been wonderful. Just gotta measure real quick what our exhaust diameter is. I think it's 2.5 inches, but I'm not sure. Really did a janky job of cutting off that pipe there. 2 inches. 2-inch pipe for sure. And then we'll get a little black engine paint and we'll be all set. Oh, listen to that grumble. Don't you? You love it. Hello. Hello. Check out the old Ford coming up on the left. Beautiful. Beautiful. Something about old trucks, they just always look so damn good. All right, so 2-inch, it's 2.5, 2-inch turn down. I'm gonna go with this one here. So we got 2 of these for $6, and then 2 clamps for about $4 each. Still under 20 bucks so far. Do some semi-gloss black engine paint for $7, so we're a little over 20, but still about 20 bucks for an exhaust. All right, boys, we got our bag of stuff from Advanced. And like I said, coming in at right about 25 bucks for everything so far. Definitely not bad. Also, as I was walking back to the truck, I looked at the giant rust hole, and I want to point out the fact that we are focusing on making it sound better rather than fixing the giant hole. You gotta have your priorities straight. Now, if we're super lucky, these will go on easy and we won't have to do nothing. Okay, that one went on really well. This one's a little bit jacked up because of me, my fault, because of the way I cut it like a gorilla. But oh yeah, that one we might have to. Well. Now, of course, the real professional way to do this would have been to paint the pipes before you put them on, but I don't really care. But if you want to be really, you want to be really precise, you could have done that and it would have been perfect, but it really doesn't matter. I would say it looks great. You got the turn down pipes on there. Clamps are all good and tight. One tip, don't over tighten those. I mean, you can keep tightening forever on them, honestly, until they snap, but you don't want to over tighten because it will just bend the metal little bracket there and you'll end up breaking it and you'll have to go buy another one. So just, get them pretty snug and they should be okay. And yeah, I think it looks pretty damn mean if you ask me. Now, we do have a lot of paint left over, so I think we can fix our rust problem with it really easily. Should have gotten the high gloss, would have matched better. Look at that. I would say at this point, we definitely fixed the rust. If you stand a little bit farther back, you can't even really tell it's there anymore. So yeah, that's all that really matters. So much more paint work to do, but we'll do that in a later upload. Now we're gonna go ahead and take off this bottom like lip thing, diffuser thing, air dam thing, whatever you wanna call it, because it's all cracked up anyway. It looks like crap. And all it does really is decrease our ground clearance and ruins what little approach angle we have. So we're gonna get rid of that. And we might also do away with the grizzly plate. I know it's kind of like a part of the truck, but I hate the way these things look, so I want to get rid of the whole front license plate bracket mount deal there. Let's start with this and see how it looks. Boys, so there you go. We got that front splitter off. Definitely a really ugly piece, and it looks a lot better now. And it really appears as though we made the truck higher, even though we didn't. But you can really tell it's a pretty big difference, especially with those recovery hooks sticking out. Looks pretty badass. Definitely a huge improvement. New look of the front end of the truck, which I think is definitely pretty cool. Oh yeah, check that out. Definitely looks a lot better. A lot better. Hell yeah, the taser's looking nice. And I was gonna ask, should we keep the grizzly plate? But I kind of painted over it by accident. I guess we'll throw it out. And there he is, rolling up. It's already kind of loud because we think it has an exhaust leak. What's up, buddy?
What's up, dude?
How you doing?
I'm doing great. Missed second about twice coming over, but I mean, that's what happened.
You're losing second gear?
Yeah, we're losing second.
Well, if it's a 4-speed, I mean, you got 3 other gears then.
Well, there we go. And we got 3. So she's not doing too hot, and I think I may have to bring her over for an amputation.
We're gonna cut that exhaust right off, aren't we?
I guess so. 6-cylinder, man, really? Like,
It's gonna, dude. I honestly think you're all bummed out about. I think it's gonna sound good.
All right.
It's a big six cylinder.
I mean, it's like a farm tractor, and now it's gonna sound like a really farm tractor.
It's gonna sound like an actual. I mean, mine kind of sounds like a tractor.
Mine sounds good. Yours does sound good.
I think it'll sound good, dude.
All
I'm
right.
excited for you.
I'm not. Where do we cut? Like right here?
No, I would say we cut after. I'd say we cut right here. Cut like right here.
All right.
Right there. So the muffler's gonna be off. But I don't know if that's a cat or not. It looks like a cat.
It's definitely a catalytic converter. Has to be.
I mean, you don't need them on this truck. I don't see no 2 sensors, so you could get rid of it if you wanted to.
We don't have to worry about passing inspection either, so.
I think it's just loud because this muffler's not like that restricted. It's just tiny.
Junk. This is straight junk. It's all junk.
So we'll cut, well, we'll see. You know, we'll cut here first, and if it's not loud enough, then we'll cut again. We're live.
Sweet.
We're live, buddy. Gloves if you want them.
I'll take gloves.
Yeah, just in case. Got to do it before and after, though.
You want to start it?
Yeah, we got to make sure we get a before and after. Sounds like a GTR. Give her hell.
Ooh, I'm all sorts of tangled. All right.
Give her hell, buddy. Give her hell.
I hate you.
That's exciting.
I hate you.
That's exciting. Like, yeah, those exhaust mounts are really rusty. What's going on? Did you see this, by the way? This, it appears as though this entire exhaust mount is held on by zip ties.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
2 down. Yep.
Got it.
Hell yeah, dude. You know what else? It's a big weight savings.
Oh yeah, that's what we're looking
That's
for.
big. That's big. That's probably a second off your quarter mile. Good. Oh yeah! Oh yes!
Oh my god, dude. Like a 25-plus-year-old
Yeah.
six-bag.
No, that sounds so good, dude.
Wow.
I hope it comes through on camera, because here, let me move it back. It sounds good. Like, really good. Those pops are epic.
I had my doubts. I was worried it was going to
Yeah.
just be a big tractor, but I mean, that sounds amazing.
It does sound, those
you, dude.
pops, dude. Well, another job well done at 717 Fab. Those pops, man, are good. Damn.
Yeah, I'm happy.
I gotta cut my cat off now.
I'm very happy.
That's pretty close. No one will ever know. Oh, yeah, it's a little bit brighter than I wanted it to be. That's okay. No one will. I'm sorry, Bobby. All right, guys, finally on to lifting the Blazer. My apologies that the main point of the upload has taken this long, but we had the Bobby truck thing. That took a while, and then I had to go run some errands before, you know, the stores closed. But now we can get on to lifting this Blazer, and we're sticking with the theme here. We're doing the budget build. We're trying to lift it as much as we can for free so we can fit the biggest wheels and tires possible on it. My goal is to run a 33 by 12.5 on a 15-inch rim. We're gonna talk about all that in a video coming very soon. I don't wanna go into the detail on the wheels and tires yet because I gotta save that for that video. And if I get into it now, I'll start talking about it and it'll take like 15 minutes. But basically, I wanna run a very aggressive 33. So I don't want it out like the Duramax, so not like out to here. But I want it a little bit farther than the fender flare, and it's gonna be a 33. This is like a 31 inch tall. So we're going up, and it's gonna be chunky because it's a mud tire, so it's gonna be like up to here, and it's gonna be like out to here. So we're going like this, we're going wider, much wider, and taller as well. So I don't think it's gonna fit on the stock suspension. I really don't. I don't think we're gonna have enough clearance. I'm gonna try to stay away from a leveling kit because we can raise the truck for free. Leveling kits, I'm sure you've seen them online. Like for this truck would be a torsion key. It's a little circle with a triangle on the end, a torsion bar key, and that is going to just allow you to crank these bars up farther. Right here are torsion bars. It's gonna allow you to crank them up farther. Newer trucks, a leveling kit is like a spacer in with the front coil suspension. So there's a lot of different ways to level a truck. That's new trucks. Old school is the torsion bar setup. But even though leveling kits are only like $100, I'm gonna try to do it for free. We should be able to go up a couple inches If that doesn't work, we will buy a leveling kit so we can crank the bars even farther and maybe do a little lift block in the back, although I think the back is gonna be fine. If that doesn't work, and we are going to be running an aggressive wheel and tire, wait till you see it. But if that doesn't work, we will have to go to a real lift kit. I'm trying to avoid that, even though I want to do that. Believe me, like I almost bought one. And then I was like, no, Mike, stick to the plan, keep it budget build. So we might have to do that, but hopefully not. So let's measure. We're gonna measure from the ground to the, and this is a flat, you wanna be on a flat surface. We're gonna measure from the ground to the fender right here in the middle. See our height, we'll go in there, adjust the bars, and see how far we can get it up. The only thing you gotta watch out for is your CV axle angle on an IFS truck. The more you crank, the more the axle angle is gonna be increased. And if you're running in four-wheel drive, you want these to be as flat as possible. Even if you're not in four-wheel drive, just for driving around, you want your CV axles to be flat. Like they should be flat even. And on a lot of, like if you go to SEMA, and look at some SEMA trucks, you'll see like the angle's insane. Like the top of the, one end of the axle is here and the other end's like down here. It's completely stupid. And they would never work in real life. If you're actually driving your truck and it's a daily driver, like the Taser is, you want all your angles to be good and you wanna keep your stock, you wanna keep the geometry of everything factory while raising it up. So we'll see. It looks pretty flat as it is, although it does look like it's a little bit up already. So we'll see how much we can get out of the truck. All right, so right in the middle is just under 35 inches. And that looks like the middle to me. Just under 35, straight up and down. Yeah, right about 35 inches on that side. About 34 and a half on this side, on the passenger side. So we're a little bit uneven, but that's pretty normal. Like if you measure both sides of your truck, it wouldn't surprise me at all if you saw that the sides weren't totally level. So this side we got 35, the other side we got 34 and a half. And if your truck has torsion bars as well, which most older ones do, you'll see this is the bar. It goes right into your lower control arm. Here you can see the bar and it goes back all the way to a little cross member here. You can see that right there is your key right there. And that is the bolt we are going to turn, but you can't miss it. You'll see, you'll see the bars under here. Now I forget what size this is. 18 millimeter. I bet you already it's noticeably higher. Go to the middle. Yep, look, we're up almost. Look at that, we're up almost half an inch already. You can actually see, look how much farther the bolt is up than it was. It was like down here. You can see the other side maybe. So we're turning it. All right, so I got the other side up. Let's take our final measurement. Same spot as we did originally. All the way up, wow. Look at that. A little bit over 37 inches. So a little, wow, that's actually more than I thought we'd get out of it. Over 2 inches of lift for free. You can do it basic tools at home by yourself. And we got over 2 inches, no tricks here. That's straight down on the bottom. Right where we measured, over 37. We got about 2 1/4 inches of lift, totally for free at home. You don't even need a leveling kit because you can get about as much as you're gonna wanna get out of the stock keys. Because if you buy a leveling kit, don't get me wrong, you can probably go up a little bit more, but those angles are not great. You don't wanna go up any farther than that anyway. The other side is about the same story. In fact, that's actually more than I wanna be right now, but it is what it is. We gotta fit these tires somehow. It's actually a pretty insane difference. Look at how tall it looks. I think it's actually higher now in the front than it is the back. That's pretty wild. There you go, guys. There is your proof for the budget build. If you want to lift your truck at home, you can do it for free. You don't even need a leveling kit, even though they are pretty cheap. They're only about 100 bucks. You really don't need one. If you really want your truck to be right, you should buy a real lift kit with the drop brackets and everything to keep all the angles good. And the ride quality is going to go down considerably with the truck up this high. But either way, it does allow you, I mean, it gets the job done. You can run bigger wheels and tires, and it raises the truck really easily. And again, once again for free, which I know I've said about 100 times. One more really important thing I forgot to mention, you definitely, and don't skimp out on this, you definitely need to get an alignment and your camber adjusted after doing this, because as you can see, that ain't right. You would have to do that anyway, whether you bought a lift kit or a leveling kit, you still have to do that. So it's not like this was an added cost. Over 2 inches of lift done to the Taser. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. Take care and have a great night.